Daniil Medvedev has admitted Novak Djokovic was more helpful than his own psychologist. The world number 2 recently beat the Serb to win his maiden Grand Slam title at the US Open. He has since admitted he worked with a psychologist during the tournament in Flushing Meadows, but found the world number 1's words after his Olympic loss earlier in the summer more inspiring. Medvedev halted Djokovic's bid for history at last month's US Open. The world number 1 was looking to become the first man in 52 years to win the calendar Grand Slam, and the first man in history to win a record 21st major. He made it within one match of rewriting the record books, but the Russian got the better of him with a 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 victory in the US Open final. It was Medvedev's first Grand Slam title in 3 attempts, as he made his maiden final at the US Open in 2019, coming from 2 sets down to force a decider against Rafael Nadal before ultimately losing, and was defeated by Djokovic in straight sets at this year's Australian Open. The world number 2 has now opened up on working with a psychologist, but said it was his opponent's words that inspired him more. During the US Open I worked a lot with a psychologist. Shush is trying to help me, he said, per we love tennis. But Djokovic's words after his defeat at the Olympics helped me more than those of my psychologist, when he said that we could not go back in tennis, that all the defeats at the Olympics had made him stronger for the following tournaments. Medvedev was a favorite to win a medal in Tokyo earlier this year but fell to Pablo Carreño Busta 6-2, 7, 6, 5 in the quarterfinal. He continued, I dreamed of playing well in Tokyo, but it didn't work out. After the games, I felt really bad for a week. I understood that there would be no chance for 4 years, especially since the next edition would be in Paris on clay. But when I read Novak's words, I decided, like him, not to be upset and move on. Medvedev also shared his respect for the 20-time Grand Slam champion after defeating him in the US Open final. The world number 1 branded Djokovic the GOAT, ahead of Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. First of all I want to say sorry because we all know what he was going for today, what he has accomplished this year and throughout your career, Medvedev said. I have never said this to anybody but I will say it right now. For me you are the greatest player in the history.